Hey there, my friend. You know, sometimes it feels like being a Cowboys fan is all about learning to block out the noise. Everywhere you look, there's another hot take about how this team is going to flop, how Dak's washed up, how the front office can't get it right. But you and I, we know better. We know the history, the heart, and the fight that's built into the star. This offseason has been a circus of ridiculous stories and so-called predictions. The NFL Network swears we'll be below 500. Bleacher Report's throwing shade like they get paid extra for it. And Vegas, they've got the over-under at 7.5. But you know what? All that does is set the stage for a season where the only direction to go is up. And I'm telling you right now, if there's one thing this fan base knows how to do, it's rally when the world counts us out. So, if you're here for that ride, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and help push us over that 15,000 subscriber mark. We're just getting warmed up, and I want you right here with me every step of the way. You ever notice how these experts talk out both sides of their mouths? One minute they say the Cowboys have no chance. The next they're screaming that Dak Prescott's on the hot seat. How does that even make sense? If the O-line's trash, the run game's non-existent, the receivers can't get open, the defense can't stop the run, and the coach doesn't know what he's doing, then what exactly is Dak supposed to do? I mean, come on. It's like they're setting him up to fail just so they can say, "See? Told you so." And the craziest part? If they somehow defy the odds and start winning games, the same people who called them bums will flip it and say they're underachieving. It's the oldest trick in the book. But here's the kicker. The Cowboys thrive when everyone doubts them. They've got a chip on their shoulder this year. New faces, tough matchups, and nothing to lose. And honestly, that's when they're the most dangerous. So, what do you think? Is the pressure on Dak fair? Or just the media spinning their next headline? Drop your take in the comments because I read every single one. And don't forget to smash that like if you're tired of the fake drama. Let's show these haters how strong Cowboys Nation really is. Now, let's talk about what really matters. What this team can actually do on the field. Look, the first month of the season is basically an extended preseason. Starters barely play in August anymore. So those first few games are all about finding rhythm and knocking the rust off. Yeah, the Cowboys open with the Eagles, and nobody's pretending that's easy. But it's not the end of the world if they stumble out of the gate. What matters is how they bounce back. After that, you've got matchups that are more than winnable. Giants, Jets, Panthers, Bears. That's where you stack wins, build confidence, and shut the critics up one game at a time. I can see this team hitting 10 wins if they stay healthy, especially when guys like Diggs are back at full strength and the O-line holds together. It's not about being perfect, it's about peaking at the right time. So, next time you hear the so-called experts talk about 7 wins, just smile and keep it moving. We've seen too much weirdness in this league to count anybody out in July. By the way, how many wins do you see on the board? 10? 11? More? I want to hear it. Drop that prediction down below and let's see who nails it when we look back in January. And if you're loving this real talk, don't just sit there. Like this video and tap that bell so you're locked in when the season kicks off. So let's get real about how this season could actually shake out if things go the right way. Look, nobody's saying it's going to be a cakewalk. This schedule's got some heavy hitters on it. You've got the Eagles right out the gate, which is a test nobody can sugarcoat. But here's the thing. Early season games are basically an extension of the preseason these days. Nobody wants to play starters in August, so the first few games are when teams figure themselves out. That means surprises happen. That means a team everyone counted out can come in and punch a contender right in the mouth. And the Cowboys, when they get rolling, can do just that. The real key is that stretch after the Eagles. You've got winnable games stacked up. Giants, Jets, Panthers, Bears. That's where this team can get some momentum and build confidence before they hit that late season gauntlet. Think about it. You rip off 4 or 5 wins there, and suddenly you're sitting at 7-3 before the tough matchups even start. Now the narrative flips. Now the same people who were laughing at 7.5 wins are scrambling to change their tune. The pressure's always going to be there. That's part of wearing the star. But there's something about this team when they're underestimated. That's when they do their best work. And, man, if they can stay healthy, especially on the O-line and secondary, it's not crazy to see 10 wins on the board. That's the part nobody talks about. It's all doom and gloom, but they forget how much can change in a few weeks in the NFL. One big win can flip a whole season. I want to know what you think the magic number is. 10 wins? 11? Do you see this squad pushing for that NFC championship if the stars align? Hit the comments and give me your prediction. And you know the drill. If you're loving this raw Cowboys talk, smash that like, tap the bell, and help push us over that 15,000 subscriber mark. We're just getting started, and you're not going to want to miss what's coming next. At the end of the day, no matter what the talking heads say, you and I both know what it really means to be a Cowboys fan. It means showing up every Sunday, even when nobody believes. It means tuning out the noise, the fake polls, the so-called experts who swear they've got it all figured out. Truth is, they don't know any more than you do when that ball gets kicked off. That's why this season is about more than just wins and losses. It's about watching a team that's got nowhere to go but up. A team that's been kicked around all off-season, called overrated, called chokers, called worse. And yet here they are, still fighting, still ready to prove everybody wrong. And you know what? Maybe that's exactly what this fan base needs. Zero expectations. Nobody breathing down their necks expecting a Super Bowl or bust. Let them call us underdogs. Let them count us out. That way when the Cowboys make a run, it's even sweeter. If they make the playoffs, that's a win. If they win a playoff game or two, that's a celebration. And if they shock the world and get to that NFC championship, man, we're throwing the biggest party on YouTube right here on this channel. But until then, just enjoy the ride. Kick back, watch the games, celebrate the wins, learn from the losses, and don't let the haters steal your joy. This game is unpredictable. The Jets thought they were golden with Aaron Rodgers. Look how that turned out. Nobody knows what's coming, and that's what makes it beautiful. So hold your loved ones tight, enjoy the football, and remember why you love this team. They're far from perfect, but they're ours. Before you bounce, drop your wildest prediction for this season in the comments. Do you see that playoff push? An upset over Philly? Let's hear it. And don't forget, we're chasing that big goal of 15,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, slap a like on this video if you're still here, and come along for the ride because, trust me, you won't want to miss a second of what's coming for our Cowboys.